Scott wins the leg, so he'll be breaking. This is the hot seat match of the 2021 9-Ball Summer Slam presented by On the Hill Productions. It's a alternate break, race to 7, Texas Express 9-ball. That 9 on the break does not count. Okay. Scott scratches on the break, makes the 1 and the 2. And the rest of the rack is pretty wide open. Says, I think this is gonna definitely cost Scott the first rack here. Don't see any issues that should stop Chris from getting out. Chris making pretty quick work of these. Yeah. Just come out off the rail back towards the middle of the table a little bit. And on the other table, Jimmy Various has just defeated Brett Stottlemyre, putting Brett into 5th, 6th. I believe the score was 7-5. I'll get the
6, no good for him.
All right, so Chris is up 1-0. It'll be Chris's break. Joined in the booth by Rick Scarlato, co-owner along with Lloyd Bolliard of On the Hill Productions, tournament director here, and as well as the general manager of Brews and Q's.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, sir. Trey wasn't sure what to do with the scoreboard remote. You guys can't. You can kind of see it on the stream. We have a digital scoreboard up.
Yeah, you can just see the bottoms of the numbers right by Scott there on the wall. Even if we were to pan the camera up, the table light actually blocks the scoreboard, so.
Yeah, we checked that. John Simon, what are you ha 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 in that?
That was me commentating like the match had started when Chris was really just warming up a rack.
Thank you, Jeff. We appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm used to people just throwing balls out on the table if they want to hit a few balls. Chris actually racked them up and broke like he was playing a match, so I started commentating because I thought they had started playing.
Which is actually the correct thing to do. Ooh, he didn't want to do that. Should be okay here. Chris plays really well, but still didn't want to be jacked up. Funny things happen.
Yep.
All right.
Handled that well.
Chris is one of those guys, if you're not ready for him, and I'm sure Scott's played him quite a few times, but he plays very, very well, and he plays at that quick pace that can be intimidating if you allow it to be.
Yeah, he has not taken much time at all in winning these first 2 racks.
No, he's not. Very, very confident. It shows. So let's see how we should be in for a good treat. Scott plays. I don't know if it's fair to say that Scott's smarter, but he plays the as well as Scott plays and looks and runs out very well too. But Scott also moves in the game very well.
Yeah.
He enjoys the chess. Yeah.
He got every rule. What's that for?
It's all right. Just keep it. Just keep it. Just for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott gets a ball down, has a shot on the 1.
He told us it's 6. Doesn't leave me enough. I had enough where I could hit it and try and make it cross side and play safe. Hit it just a hair short where you can see it straight. But he got like 5 or 10. Where he missed the ball, it goes off of something. It's break. And he'd have a ball come and kick himself or something like that. And he'd be straight. And when he did it, he let him know. I got it back to 6-5. I should have been hill, but it would have been no breaking.
Okay, so the score of the Jimmy Various Brett Stottlemyre match was 7-5. They seem to have stopped updating the brackets. Either that or they have the auto update turned off for the online.
I see Lloyd back there now, so probably get ready to click it.
Looks like Scott's hooked himself a little bit on the 8 ball here. You can definitely see the 4, but I guess he doesn't have quite enough of it to cut it in.
I'm getting a little tired and hungry, Dave. Awesome. Can you just set it at that high top or where my dad's sitting? I'll be over there once. Thank you, Jimmy. I might have to leave you by yourself here in a second, Dave. I just got some food.
All right.
I'm starving. I think I got somebody coming in here in a sec. That's fine.
Scott going to a jump cue. I don't see this very often.
Oh, it's like a hand shoot jump cue too. They jump really good. I don't know that he even actually jumped the ball there.
I don't think he did either.
That was.
I mean, because he could have hit to bank without jumping.
Yeah.
He needed to come over the 8 a little bit if he wanted to cut it in, but.
Oh, Chris overcut it. I saw it when he hit it. Uh-oh.
Okay, Scott trying to take advantage of that miss by Chris.
Good shot there, Scott. Scott plays a really good cue ball, man. I've had to play him a bunch of times, and I'm definitely on a losing end. But every match is just so close. Like I'm right there with him, and Scott just plays really. I like Scott's game a lot.
Yeah, so do I.
He's definitely tournament tested. Let's just roll this ball in.
Yep.
I just let it out a little, same difference. Draw it back a hair. Put her 2. And just cut the 9 in.
All right, so Scott cuts it to a 2-1 lead. Chris will be breaking.
Sure. All right, guys, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back here shortly.
Hey, Q, this is not the final. This is the hot seat match. Jimmy Various and Dylan Spoor are playing in the 4th place match on the loser side. Okay. Ooh. Ball almost hung, but did drop, and Chris has got a good angle on the 5 ball. Come out 1 rail across to get on the 6. I don't know, they wanted to be over quite that far, but he should be fine. Oh, wow, he overcut it. It's a couple balls he's overcut here. Let's see if Scott can take advantage. Scott looks to play safe. Doesn't get under cover, but he ties the 8 and the 9 up. Looks like Chris is going to try and do the same thing here. Come off, bring the cue ball around behind the 8 and the 9. Well played. Judged the speed very nicely. Scott with a good hit on the 7, but he's left Chris a shot here. Again, though, with the 8 and 9 tied up like that, he's going to have to do something here. I don't know. Probably just play the 7 in and then play safe off the 8 would be my guess. Get down below it. So, joined here in the booth by Scott Henry.
How
It
you
is
doing?
now. Doing good. How are you doing, Scott?
I'm doing all right. So give me the 3-minute rundown of the day since I just showed up.
I don't know. People seem to be struggling a little bit with the break on this table. The wing ball is not going like you would expect with a magic rack. My rundown for the day was every match went hill-hill, but I came up on the short end of 2 out of the 3 of them.
I can't really talk about the break. My break sucks. Actually, I say that. I was actually breaking all right last night. But that was when there was only 4 people in the room and air conditioning was good.
Used to think my break sucked, but then I've been playing a few tournaments recently where we've been using the magic rack, so I'm starting to realize that my break doesn't suck. I just don't know how to rack.
That was a little firm.
Yeah.
So is this tournament double elimination?
Yes. Yep. True double.
Okay. And the match we're watching here, this is
This is the hot seat match.
okay.
Dylan Spoor and Jimmy Various are playing in the 4th place match on the one-loss side. So those are the 4 players that are left in the tournament.
Okay. Yeah, I saw them just getting ready to start on table 9. It's hard to tell if he's almost looking at it like he can see it. I don't think he can now. Nah, he's got no chance to see that. But 9 has an option for the side.
John Siam in the chat is confirming that you're not lying to us and that you actually did break well last night.
What's going on, John?
Oh, wow.
And just go ahead and make them all.
Okay, well, with that shot, Chris goes up 3-1. Beat Scott's break now. Let's take another look at that. Okay, I hit the wrong button. Let's try this button to take another look at that. It's the 8 ball off the point, double kissing off the cue ball, but that doesn't really matter because the 9 had gone in as well.
John, how long you been watching today? Dave, I assume you've been on the stream for most of it as usual.
I actually was off for a while because with this being a smaller field, I ended up playing a few matches back to back, and so it was a good period of time where Johnny Bloom was covering for me today.
Okay. What's been the best match on today? John, you can answer that to anybody else in the chat.
Let's say,
Let's take a vote. See who's got the
let's take a look
who
at
gets the vote for the best match.
Chris Bruner versus Jimmy Various and Scott Haas versus Dylan Spoor. Both of the Final Four winner side matches were hill matches that were very close. I'm not sure which one of those I would pick. The other hill match, we had Jimmy Various and Alvin Thomas. I was playing during that match, so I didn't get a chance to see that one. I'd probably say Chris Bruner and Jimmy Various. That was just a very well played. Not that Scott and Dylan wasn't, but just the Chris and Jimmy match was very entertaining.
Right. Well, Chris definitely gets excited to play rotation.
Mike, we're located in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Brews and Q's on the Boulevard. It is just south of Baltimore, if you're not familiar with Maryland. John saying that Steve Fleming and Dylan Spoor, the match we had just prior to this one, is John's pick for the best match of the day.
I didn't expect him to float that one across that much.
Given that I bought Steve Fleming in the Calcutta and Dylan won that match, I'm going to have to disagree with John on whether or not that was a good match. But no, Dylan played very well. He played a very good match.
Who's the furthest traveler we have in the tournament?
I'm not sure. I don't think anybody came from real far.
There's a guy from North Carolina that I was talking to last night, Jimmy, but I can't remember his last name.
Jimmy Bird?
Could be, yeah.
I didn't realize he was from North Carolina.
I think Chris is from like Richmond, Virginia Beach, somewhere down that area, right?
I believe so, yes.
That's a little bit of a hike.
All right, so Scott takes that rack, and brings us within 3-2. Yeah, the only two Jimmys we had in the tournament were Jimmy Various, who's definitely not from North
Yeah, well,
Carolina,
yeah, I
and
know it's not
Jimmy
him.
Bird.
It had
So
to
it
be
must
Jimmy
have been
Bird
Jimmy
then.
Bird.
Yeah, he was playing on one of the tables in back last
Yeah.
night. We were
I thought
talking
he
a
was.
little bit.
I thought he was from Virginia, but I mean, I just knew he was from down south of here. So
Yeah, specifically Outer Banks is where he said.
okay. I didn't know anybody lived in the Outer Banks. I thought it was just a vacation spot.
Well, maybe it just means that general area. I don't know.
No, I'm sure people do, but okay. So
The
Chris
brakes
comes up
definitely must
dry
not be
on the
working out.
break. Yeah,
He cracked them pretty hard for a magic crack.
yeah. I think he wasn't doing that in the previous match. I think because he's been struggling with the brake, he's just decided to go with more speed.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Mike. Glad you could join us from Milwaukee. Always good to have people from outside the area watching.
Mike, do you actually live in Milwaukee, or are you one of the suburbs outside of Milwaukee? Ooh, he got away with that ball. He wasn't trying to touch that ball at all.
No.
And he may have put some inside and play this 2 rails and come down by the side pocket. He's going to be at right there. I played at a all these Indian names.
Ah,
Yeah.
Menominee Falls. Okay.
I played at a pool room. I guess it's about 30 minutes west of Milwaukee. It had a mix of diamonds and gold crowns and a couple golden tea machines. Nice little room. I was only there for a couple nights. Have no idea what the name of it was.
Okay, Scott looks like he's yeah, just got to hold that there for the 6.
That's that kind of shot right there. I was struggling with that last night. I would try to hold it in the middle and come straight up the middle, and I'd wind up behind the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I spun at 2 rails, I was tending to overroll it when I would try to spin 2 rails.
Yeah, I tend to overroll those as well.
Hey, when I was in Wisconsin, it was around the same time. Was it? There was a big match, big one pocket match at a pool room that was closer to the Illinois Milwaukee border. I have a brain fart. I think you might actually have a decent option to instead of cut the 8 into the side, actually cut the 8 into the corner and run a cue ball up toward the 9 and come around, play a 9 on the side. Hard to tell from here. That side pocket might be too big of a hole. Scott Frost. That's who it was. Scott Frost and somebody else playing out there.
Okay, so Scott gets out.
That's a good win for him right there off of Chris's break.
Yeah.
Now this tournament they have all the balls got to be racked the same every time.
Yes. Yeah. We're using a set pattern for the rack that everybody has to follow. I'll be back in just a second,
All right.
Scott. You know how to update the
Yep,
scores
yep,
if I
I
miss
get
a
it.
rack. All right, cool.
I'm gonna flip the screen, put the chat back up. Yeah, definitely. Table's definitely not breaking very well. You guys talking about the cues in the chat. About a year and a half ago, I picked up one of the Q-Tech, the full cues with their new carbon shaft, and I haven't looked back since. I've been real happy with it. Very well priced. I went from a custom Tim Scruggs to that. And couldn't be happier. Just trying to find a little bit of comfortable angle to shoot this. I actually kind of like going behind the table with a bridge and shooting two rails between the 4 ball in the corner. I think that's what he's looking at now. Spun it a little too much. Bear with me if I screw this score up, fellas and ladies. Hey, I got it right. I'll tell you what, I've seen both of these guys play far more than many than one match. And so far, what I've seen, these guys are not playing to the best of their ability. It might not have anything to do with them. Like I said, the table is definitely breaking hard. Not getting good rolls, but either one of these guys are capable of running a set. I'm actually shocked. Like I said, I haven't been here all day. I've had a couple other things going on, but I can't believe how hard he's breaking with the magic rack. He actually let up on that one a little bit, worked out for him. Give me 1 second. I'm going to double check. Not that I'm doubting you, but I can't see the score on their actual table. Let me see if I can get a look at it. But I wasn't here for the whole thing. So I don't know if Scott Haas plays Masters. I know Chris used to play Masters. I don't know if he still does or not. A couple years ago, my team actually knocked them out to go upstairs to the TV tables when it was still at the Riviera. I think it was actually last year. It was at the Riviera. So it doesn't look like Jimmy Various and Dylan Spoor are playing anymore. I thought they already started. They had a really quick match if that's the case. We have 3 Panasonic G85s. Sorry, GX85s. Hey, Dave. Somebody in the thing said we had the score wrong. I can't see the score over there. Is it 4-4?
I'm going to say yes because you can see.
Oh, okay. You can see the bottom of it. Yeah, I didn't even see that. Do you stream, Genoa? Okay.
Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, I had to step away for just a minute there.
Did Dylan and Jimmy get done that quick?
I can't possibly imagine that. No. Yeah. Okay. There's Jimmy. He must have
Alright.
just had to take a quick break.
I was gonna say it must have been like that's quite a shot right there.
Yeah, that was a great bank there by Scott.
Couple good shots by Scott to turn that match around.
Yeah. Yeah, so Scott takes the 5-4 lead. Will be Chris's break.
I'm not even familiar with the viral 9-ball tournaments. What is that?
Virtual.
Or virtual? Is that what this is? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the far side of the screen. I can't see this shit. He lightened up on his last break and he made 2
Did he?
balls. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what he does here.
Okay.
All right.
I think there's a pretty good chance he's going to get out here.
I say it wasn't as hard as he hit his first couple breaks in this match, but it was still pretty hard.
And that's better than Alex Pegula and his 6-ball break and he's hooked.
Yeah. Well, I had last night or the night before I had a 5-ball break and I was hooked. So, and that was on the big table where there's more room and
Right.
shouldn't be
Wow.
getting hooked. All right, so Chris makes quick work of that rack.
Tell you what, they're
after
definitely making a better race of
thunderous
this than
break.
what it was when I first sat down.
So let's take another look at that break by Chris. Almost makes 6 balls because that 3-ball almost dropped.
Yep. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And he controlled the cue ball well.
Yeah.
Chris is doing a little cut break there. Scott seems to be hitting him a little more square. Let's see if he adds a little cut to it since he just watched that. I still hit him square, but didn't hurt him one bit.
No. Makes 4 balls, although one of them will come back up.
Actually, the 8-ball should be far enough down that it's not going to hurt the 9.
Oh yeah, no, there's plenty of room for the 9
The
to go
5-ball
on the
may be
spot
an issue.
there.
But he's got room to move, so he should be
Yeah.
okay. I may actually just float down off of this and shoot the 2-ball up table, so I have a natural break for the 5-9. Looks like he's thinking about drawing back a couple inches.
No, John, in this tournament, 9 on the break spots. It does win in some tournaments, but not this one.
I don't think he got back far enough. I don't think he can hit that 5. No, he couldn't hit the 5, so he went for a safe and didn't get to the rail.
Didn't get it to the rail. Yeah, Ricardo Alex Pagulines kicked a lot of people's rear ends. He's pretty good at that.
Yeah, if that 9-ball didn't have the spot up, this rack would be out. No brainer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like just playing position off the 3 for that lower left quadrant without moving anything, because the 5 goes up table in either corner. And if you wind up with an angle you don't like, then you got a natural safe just tucking behind the 8-9.
Oh, wow.
So the whole problem there is he left himself too straight on it and had to put a little force on it.
Yeah. Scott should be able to cut this in and come underneath these balls.
He's going to have a hard time holding the lower quadrant on our screen. He may go around the world on this. Yeah, that's a hard hold to try to not run into him.
All right. Scott moves on to the hill. Chris will be breaking, trying to even the match. Hill, hill.
Has Chris played in any of the tournaments up here before?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
What time did you guys start up today?
Supposed to start at players meeting was supposed to have been at 9:45 with the Calcutta. We waited a little bit because we didn't have a large field to see if anybody was running late. So
Okay.
I don't know. Probably started the Calcutta around 10:30 and started play around 11. Actually. Yeah, 10:59 was when I posted the first link of
Okay.
the initial stream. So
It's not too bad. It's moving along all right.
yeah,
Is it a race to 7 on both sides?
yes, 7-7, and true double elimination. So
Right.
whoever wins this would have to lose 2 sets in the final to not win the tournament.
You gonna draw this back to the same rail he's at.
Get that nice.
Surprised that he held that. Surprised that he just couldn't bring it cue ball back to where the
Back
5
out
ball
and
was.
shoot in the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome, AZB Dizzy. We're glad you enjoyed the stream. No, we will be finishing tonight. There won't be any more tomorrow.
One more match.
2 more. There'll be the 3rd place match and then the final.
Oh, yeah. Wait, are they both going to be on the stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the loser of this will play the winner of Jimmy and Dylan, and
Oh,
then
right,
the
right,
winner
right.
of that plays the
Gotcha.
winner of this. So possibly 3 more sets if we need a 2-set final.
Yeah.
So it's Hill, Scott to break.
Yeah, I don't like holding that for the 6 ball at all.
No.
It just
No, I agree with you, but I mean, it worked out for him.
once you clear the middle of the table, then position to the 7. Doesn't matter where you're at. Kitchen's getting ready to close, right?
Kitchen closes at midnight.
Oh, midnight tonight? Okay.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of time then. Now, he had a little cut on that, but I don't think he was trying to. I think he's still trying to hit that square.
Yeah. And he did not break, or did not make anything on the break, rather. So let's...
Just drawing to the 3 here.
Yeah, the 4 ball is probably the biggest problem here. I mean, the 4-6 combo isn't difficult, but you have to worry about where the 4 is going to go. Chris cleaning the cue ball. Not going to be able to see it from that angle, so...
Oh, always good to clean your balls. Where's Josh at today, man?
Josh was here. He played. He was having a tooth issue. He actually had somebody run across the street to the store to get him some Oragel while we were. I had to play him, and while we were in the middle of our match, he had somebody run over to get him some because apparently his tooth was really bothering him. So after he got knocked out, he left.
Two go. I'm sorry, the one goes without touching the two.
And with where the
If he wants to try to move that 4 ball now, that 8 ball is pretty big, because you gotta hit the top side of that 4, otherwise you get stuck behind the 9.
yeah, no, I agree.
If he wants to try to hit it now, I'd have to play 2 rails, but I can't tell from this angle if he can get side rail, bottom rail, and then still bump the 4. If not, he's got to wait for the 2.
Hmm.
Or you could just play safe.
Yeah,
Do you have that on replay?
no.
So the funny thing is, he was probably trying that. I got to assume he was trying that. And he did exactly what we were afraid of intentionally.
So Chris looks like he's getting his jump cue out. Well, he made a good hit, but he's not going to like the result here. He's left Scott an easy shot on the 1 ball.
So, yeah, I just watched again. I was looking at the other side of the table when he shot it. He shot that dead square into the 2, so that's exactly what he was trying. It's a great shot.
Yeah. So the 4 ball is still the biggest issue here now.
The 4 ball goes from a third of the table, though.
Oh, I know, but I'm not saying it's as big of an issue as it was before, but it's.
Once again, just that little bit of angle to where he's drawing into the 5. So he's either got to draw 3 inches or 3 feet.
Yeah. I would expect 3 inches. But
Yeah. He had more angle than I thought.
yeah.
Click the overhead once.
Hmm.
Can't tell if he's my eyes just don't work for me. He looks like
Yeah,
he's shooting
he's
at it like
definitely
he's got
going for it. Oh, he's hung it.
he shot at it like he had all the room in the world, but I couldn't see it.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this from the overhead again. Yeah, there's from the foot view, I thought there might be a room to go rail first between the 8 and the 9, but there's no going between the 8 and the 9 here.
Well, he may have to jump this and still play off that bottom rail.
You're saying jump the 8 and come off the bottom rail? That'd
Yeah.
be awfully hard to keep the cue ball on the table.
What's up, Loy? How you doing, buddy? The other option is to play the 2 rail shot. Actually, it'd be 3 rails, playing to where the scoreboard is, shooting straight into that rail, and then coming top rail, and then between the 6, 7 to that Actually, he may be able to spin it, just shoot it one rail, and then the top rail, then side rail, without having to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he can probably come something like that. Actually, yeah, let's move that point over a little bit. So it might have to spin it just a touch, but
Yeah, I think if you bring this down here a little bit further, I think if he plays it like that and spins it a little bit, it gives him a little bit more room to make it.
well,
He's
going to the jump cue.
Yep, he's gonna play off that bottom rail.
I just think this is very difficult to keep the cue ball on the table.
That 8 ball is out there pretty far.
It is, but the cue ball's pretty far from the 8 ball, so.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's a lot of distance to jump.
But yeah, but I'm saying, so you can't. He's not going to be able to land right on the other side of the 8. It's going to be airborne a long way.
Hold on.
Unbelievable.
You know, the funny thing is that the 5 ball is still in a little bit of an awkward spot.
Yeah, if the 7 wasn't there, he could draw up the rail and get down for the 5 in the side, but. Okay, he did have the room to get down there. It's still a little tricky. He has to come over the 8 ball here. And I think he's pretty straight in.
You just roll forward, shoot the 7 ball up table.
Yeah, but I don't like doing that from having to come over a ball, but he judged it very nicely. Just follow a little bit to get the angle he wants on the 8. And he rolls down, gets set on the 9. Okay, and Scott Haas takes down the hot seat, 7-6 over Chris Bruner. Chris will be playing the winner of the Jimmy Various Dylan Spohr match. We'll have that for you just as soon as the Jimmy and Dylan are over. I'm gonna go see if I can get a score of that match so we can have an idea of how long of a wait we have.